Good time zone. And a happy birthday to all of those around the world. We're late. We're late today. Had to finish up some business related to what almost canceled the stream the other day. It's taken care of now. At great cost. A life was regrettably lost. But it is taken care of. We're finishing up 1.2 today. I was messing around with the factory, specifically updating my Sheercon production to utilize the new expanded crucible, but I actually don't think it works. They're like, oh yeah, you can make the whole thing in one reactor now, but the issue is Sheercon requires 2 effluent and it only makes 1 effluent. So yeah, you're always you're short. And you know, you can't insert any extra effluent into it, so because you need to insert sewage. I thought maybe I could get away with self-sustained sewage because it makes 1 and uses 1. So I was like, oh well, it would always be neutral. So I actually then re-inputted effluent into the machine via purification of the inert effluent, but then I ran out of sewage internally for some reason. Even though it was supposed to only use 1 and then make 1, and therefore should have been kept at neutral because I had already had sewage built up in it. I ran out, so I now had to insert sewage back into it. So yeah, honestly, I'm kind of like, we'll see what happens when I log in now, but I'm kind of like, I think I might just go back to the old one because the old system worked. It required 4, maybe even 5 crucibles, but it produced the right amount of everything. Sheercon needs 2 effluent. Expanded crucibles can't make that, so you're always actually it's not as efficient, actually. Yeah, so it's kind of like, do you value space, I guess, or do you value efficiency? And I value efficiency in this regard. We'll see what happens. Whabam. Yeah, let me go check out the factory.
Entering core AIC
So, it looks like it's dead. Yeah. Part of that is because it's clogged, right? But, so I guess I need to go fix that real quick to test this out. I did forget to unclog the inert stuff since the purification doesn't work. Let me just... do that. No, we're not going to purify it. We're just going to... Actually, we're just going to... Can I fit it anywhere in here? Put this here. What do you mean that's not plugged in? There we go. So yeah, I'm a bit disappointed in this. Because it only makes one effluent, but it needs 2 effluent. It's not as efficient as making the as having the wider system. And even though like we have built up sewage, if you just use this sewage inside of itself to cycle through, you still run out for some reason, even though it should be neutral. So you can't have more effluent being put into it. So it's a self-contained system, but it's not efficient. If I use the effluent in this piping, then it works, right? But then you run out of sewage, so... Even though it should be neutral. So it seems like if you want the same amount of Shirkan as you were making before, you would need another one. But at that point, I just have the one that I had before. I don't know. Yes, but it shouldn't use 2. It uses 1 every 2 seconds, and it makes 1 every 2 seconds. So it should be neutral. Unless that's just not how machines work. I don't know. I guess not. I mean, evidently it doesn't. Logically, it feels that way. Mechanically, not so much. Because you need 2 effluent. Yeah, no, okay, yeah, you're right. Because it needs, so you have to make 2 and then you get the 1 back. Yeah, okay. You're right. You're right. Well, since I forgot to do the purification units, and swap it out for the water treatment, I guess I'll run some more, but see what kind of numbers I get. But I think it's less than I was making before. Yeah, if you don't have the space, I guess it's fine. But I've got the space. Like, it pretty much only saved, like, the space here. By condensing it. Otherwise, it's pretty much the same amount of space. I mean, I guess I could have compacted it a little more with the pipes, but... practically the same amount of space. For actually less efficiency. And I don't even know what to do with the extra. Like, I can purify the inert stuff. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. This extra effluent. I guess I could just have an extra normal crucible that uses it to make Shircon. But again, it's going to be not as efficient. I was disappointed when I realized what was going to happen with that. Last Right wants to talk to me. Looking again for me, Endmin. This time it's a remittance slip from Seshka, and it's not a small amount. That should be the business stipend from the last time, right? Grandpa Fleming just told me the other day, even though we had to pay compensation, it seems everyone at Seshka was really satisfied with the on-site promotional results. The business world is just like a battlefield. I'll forward the remittance slip to Human Resources. They'll help me wire it back home. Seems like this isn't the first time. Do you often send money back home? I send some every month. That's not really anywhere for me to spend money here at Enfield. Mom and Dad use the money for medical treatment and to repair the cemetery. They've already replaced the entire fence and laid down a new gravel path, but Dad still refuses to hand over the work to anyone else. He insists on doing everything himself. It's just because his back hurts and the work is so hard for him. That's why I wanted to find a job and earn some money. Most people wouldn't come all the way to Enfield to work a job while wearing a witching hour prototype combat suit. Yeah, you're right. The way things are now is already pretty good. I also want to save a bit of money to ship some farm machinery to our town. An operator told me that the Woosters sell farm equipment really cheap, but getting it shipped all the way out to my place would be cost a fortune. If we could clear more land, we could grow more food and cash crops. Maybe the more people would move in, and their roads would slowly get fixed too. Then that happens, we won't have to travel for days just to get to the city. You're really thinking ahead. It's impressive. Hehe, I've learned so much here at Enfield. People even helped me research exactly how to do it and how much everything would cost. Though by the time we got to the demography, the logistics management theory, I was completely lost. Hien. There's just one big problem with this whole plan and I still can't figure out. What is it? They said the Wooster distributes internally by their rules, but external equipment sales are all about bidding and haggling. I'm not really good at that. I'll go with you. Iron Bootsman. Endmin, I want to invite you to the Eternal Wall. The memorial service is starting soon. Is that where we're going to meet? No, I just want to do something else before that. I'll tell you about it once you arrive. Oh, and bring some chisel or hard tool. A chisel? I don't think I can just do that, but okay. I said to track it and it didn't track it. Purification is good if you want to build a second heavy Sheeranite.
You've arrived, everyone. I'm thinking about carving Argo's name on this. People said that everyone who fell for the city will get their names carved on an internal wall.
A special tool may be needed to engrave a name on the stone face. Bosun, we can submit an official application to Captain Mjolnir.
No way! Please don't. They are Wulingers, and we are stock hitters. We are different. This whole thing is just a mess.
Yes. I understand.
I actually wonder if you can use those fancy Endfield tech and help me out.
Bosun? Your brother's actual name.
郑购, Jiang Zhenggou. Zheng is our generation name. So you found a way to engrave his name?
Oh, look here. Your brother's name is already on the wall.
What? Really? Let me see. By Talos, that is his name. Is there another Wulinger with the same name?
Now that's weird, because Rusty Hook is engraved right after it.
Who did this? When did it happen?
It looks newly inscribed. Endmin, any ideas?
They work fast.
Oh, it must be her. Mifu is truly a righteous soul. You gotta thank her properly if you see her during the service.
Are you saying that Madam Captain of the Watchguards carved my brother's name on this wall? Does that mean people are gonna remember him too?
Yes. He has been inscribed with the heroes of Wuling. He shall be remembered by many.
Rusty, you made it. You are a true hero now.
Offer some flowers. The memorial service soon begins. You place some fresh flowers next to the wall.
Every soul who rests here gave their life for Wuling. The fact that they rest here proves there is something they held dearer than their own lives. Honor, duty, and virtue. Death has not defeated them. In fact, they have emerged triumphant. Let us pay our respects to the deserving victors.
Kind of surprised that wasn't a bigger event with like more of the public. All right, head to Zhang's office. Never mind, she's outside. And is sleeping standing up. Qin Zhang? Apologies, we were delayed.
Well, it's alright. I just arrived too. And you? All drenched in sweat. Did you come rushing here?
Yeah, I did some running to stay fit. Gotta get that cardio.
Liar.
And I caught you napping. That makes two of us.
Nefereth left quite a mess. There's a lot on the agenda, and it's a little tiring.
Anything I can do to help?
The AIC factory has quickly restored our post-disaster Shiranite production. The Tianshi pillar array is also working properly again. As for city repairs, Nifu is handling it well, and Tung Tung is taking care of her stockade. I shouldn't be asking you, but...
Must be something important.
Technically, the fall of Nefereth should have brought peace. The lantern that symbolizes the peace of Wuling should be lit again. But even now, the lantern remains dark.
So, what does that mean?
Indeed, Endmin. A new rift has appeared under Wuling.
A new rift. Is it... Does that make the very large rift even larger? A super large rift?
Words won't explain it. I should just show you myself.
Hey! Not again.
Not again.
A viceroy of Wuling must constantly monitor the status of the underground array. This is why the office has an elevator that goes straight down.
I bet you're the fastest runner in Wuling.
Definitely not. But my schedules are packed. A leisurely walk is a luxury I can't afford. It's second nature to me. The matter is urgent, so I just dragged you along without thinking. Though I blocked Nefereth's hit, the aftershocks have compromised the Shiranite dam. A new rift has appeared.
认证通过，最高权限，通道开启。
Highest authority level confirmed. Access granted.
Layouts of the underground area are quite complex. Stay close when we get there.
Alright. A fixed team.
Wuling City is located on a rift hotspot. To suppress rift formation, we need more than the surface-level Tianshi pillar array. The surface-level and underground arrays work together to keep the rift in Blight Tide at bay. The underground array is buried deep under Wuling. Hardly anyone knows about it, but this is for the best. If we had kept the Shirenite Dam intact, the rift would have never reached here.
Looks sure looks a lot like the Cosmic Gate.
Careful!
Wow, this is more complicated than I thought.
Thankfully, we have enough Shirenite here to keep the Tianshi pillar running at full power, which stops the rift from getting bigger. But as long as the rift remains, Wuling will not be safe.
So, do you have a solution?
We once developed a device capable of sealing the rift. It's called the Shirenite Nexus. But things got in the way and development has been stalled. The device is still incomplete. We need your help.
Shirenite Nexus sounds familiar.
It's not surprising. After the project was stalled, the Nexus became a key component of the Shirenite Forge. We only decided to retrieve the Nexus because you are with us. We now stand a chance to complete the project quickly. I dragged you to the underground array to let you observe the rift up close and assist you with your work. Ether energy levels are now very low. We must retrieve the data before it climbs back up. The observation point is up ahead. Follow me and watch your step.
You know, for all the great that like Wuling architecture has, one flaw is that it has really uneven floors. The marker stone zone also has that, and I keep thinking about it every time I'm walking over it.
After the battle ended, the original structure was completely destroyed. Nevertheless, we used Shirenite to create a temporary path.
Not very accessibility friendly.
数据正在传输中。
Data transfer in progress. Is the scroll portal always here?
Yes.
Where does it lead?
10 years ago.
Huh?
The scroll preserves what the Wuling Science Station had left behind back then. Just a few traces. Once the dust settles at this place, I'll take you there for a tour. But you might be disappointed. The things inside are really old.
Not as old as us.
传输已完成。
Transfer complete. Alright, let's go check on it. How are there alloy here?
Not good. Ether energy levels are rising. We must go. Careful. Angaloy.
I pressed 3 expecting to use Gilberta's skill, and that did not happen.
Blades unleashed.
Watch this!
Storm awaken.
So I guess that's the new rift, but where's the very large rift? Is it further down?
Boss, I put the files on your desk like you said.
Endmin, would you mind waiting for a bit? There are a few files that need my attention.
Sure. Snoop on her desk. A 10-year-old vintage bamboo brew. It must be very precious to Zhuang Fengyi because she has not even touched its seal. A thick document holder with Zhuang Fengyi's recent health examination reports. The recent battle against Neferith and constant exhaustion has taxed her health gravely. Many indicators are below healthy standards. The doctor has written a full page of prescriptions that she has never followed. Application for the usage of Sheernite Nexus. The underground rift between or beneath Wuling City is expanding. Given the nature of its location, various rift sealing measures have been deemed less than ideal, as the consequences might be severe. The Tiansha have decided to use the Sheernite Nexus to seal the rift, but the user of the Sheernite Nexus must be in close proximity to the risk. Risk levels are exceptionally high. Despite knowing the dangers involved, many Tiansha still volunteered. The candidates have yet to be finalized. Just delivering some files. Ignore me. I got things to deal with. I will be gone once the boss finishes reading. A note written by Mi Fu. Things are hectic, but if you only eat when you're free, then you're never gonna eat. How about taking a break?
What makes you say that?
Did you ever get some proper sleep these days?
I am properly rested. Exhaustion will lead to mistakes at work. And mistakes are something we can ill afford right now.
What are on those files?
A tally of losses incurred by Wuling. It's better than my estimates. Let's head to the research center and get the Sheer Knight Nexus. Endmin, we should hurry. The Tianshi of the lab should have retrieved the Sheer Knight Nexus.
Let's go, Yipu.
Tianshi, what's going on? I thought the Sheer Knight Forge would be open by now.
The forge's pressure valve is malfunctioning and can't vent at all. We can't take out the Shiranite Nexus.
Let me see. Yes. There's a problem with the pressure valve control script. Overwriting it will be difficult.
Can't we just get the engineers to take this apart? The forge is obsolete anyway. We can't let it delay our subsequent tests.
It'd be such a waste to take it apart. It might be old, but it's still useful in research, and it still works. This little old engine kept us company for quite a few years. But our need is urgent. Just to get a team to dismantle it.
No rush. Perhaps I can try adjusting the command script. Endmin, can you lend me a hand?
Sure. I'm actually kind of good at it. The Shiranite Nexus was one of the many experimental Originium devices developed and constructed by the Hongshan Academy to contain the Wuling Very Large Rift. This device is a key achievement of scientific research conducted by the HAS in the Wuling Scientific Development District, and it uses sudden emissions of Shiranite energy that react with ether energy to seal the rift. After the large-scale blight disaster in 142, the Wuling Scientific Development District reported shortages in its Shiranite reserves. Tianshi Zhuangfengyi led the novel Shiranite-based materials project, which included Shiranite Nexus development. However, after multiple rounds of iterations that failed to deliver the desired results, development of Shiranite Nexus was temporarily suspended. The project then shifted its focus to upgrading Shiranite production and constructing the Pillar Array instead. Although Shiranite Nexus development was put on hold, Tianshi remained hopeful. In 152, support from Endfield Industries helped alleviate the crisis caused by limited Shiranite production yields. The Nexus development was then restarted to seek a permanent solution to the threat posed by the Very Large Rift. Looks like an apparatus.
I only saw this on a design drawing before.
Years have passed since I last saw this thing.
It is smaller than I thought.
If only we continued the project. The next iteration could have miniaturized it further for portability.
I've got some questions.
Ask away.
If it could stabilize rifts, why halt the project? That's what I've been thinking.
The Shiranite Nexus has great potential, but also problems that cannot be overcome. It consumes vast amounts of Shiranite to work, but that's no longer an issue since we're making a lot more Shiranite. Another problem is the way it fights the rift. It's essentially brute forcing.
So it's dangerous?
Yes. Sudden release of Shiranite energy will react with ether and lead to unpredictable losses. Solving its issues within short notice will be challenging, but with your help, the damages can be minimized, and Wuling City would hardly be affected.
I have an idea, but I need surface blight tide data.
Of course, but the latest data has yet to be exported. This warrants a trip to the monitoring center.
Well, what are we waiting for?
But I have a few things to entrust Tianshi Ge with.
Alright, I'll get there first then.
Sure. Once I'm done, I'll go find you at the monitoring center.
She's kind of hard to read. I'm not sure what emotions are going through her right now.
Constant vigilance in every place and situation. This is a rule that I never break.
Group visit for an injured friend. Great. I think my punch created a hero. He probably doesn't want to talk to me now, though. Some of my words actually got to him. During the defense of Wuling, I told him that instead of mumbling to the title class name and staring down a wall, he should swing a weapon and kill a few buggers and save a few Wulingers. And so he rushed out with a sword. He ended up in the medical bay. Thankfully, it's just a fracture. Yeah, so that group visit, just leave me out. I don't want to agitate the poor dude further.
Is that Mifu?
Endmin? Why are you here? I'm still monitoring the blight cleanup at the monitoring center.
Zhang and I are getting some data.
The boss is coming too? Don't see her anywhere.
I'm right here, Mifu. Our work won't take too long. I hope we're not disrupting the cleanup.
Of course not. In fact, most of the blind messes nearby have been cleared. Let me tag along. I'll see if I can be helpful.
Very cool cycle. I think that's, we got some like land, is that land masses there, or? I think so. And what does that text say? Well, it's like not real English, question mark? I mean, there's some English words, but also just made up words, question mark? The something opic Vispin, Uspin, Storm, Vitamin, Need is MXOR, and something and
I think the Endmin's catching
Inkle
some rest.
at
Long-distance hauls
Am
can get
Mad
really
and
tiring.
Darwin.
Let's keep it down and give the Endmin some quiet time to unwind.
Darwininum, Imisum, Yellow Kimin. So a bunch of smaller texts. Jawima Daytime. Weird. Weird that it's like not real words. Huh.
What of it, boss? Hope the instruments aren't damaged.
No. The data stored within is intact as well. Analysis of the data looks rather promising. A little bold, but worth a try. This solution will further reduce Sheernite consumption. Mifu, did you see something that won't work?
No, I don't know science. It's just the first time I saw someone keeping pace with you. People once told me your ideas are too wild and impossible.
Nobody told me that before.
No need to overthink it. It's great we got someone who thinks like you for once. Gotta work on something. I will leave you to a wild brainstorming.
Why are you quiet? Why are you smiling? I'm glad the Endmin also doesn't quite know what to make of this. Are you trying to say something?
Nothing. Just thinking about the past. How the science station people used to discuss questions. Like what we're doing now.
Discussed?
Yes. Every idea was bolder than the last. We got more intense with every discussion. When I first heard their argument, I thought they were fighting.
Have you argued with other people?
No. I was young when I joined the science station. It wasn't my place to talk. But listening in the discussions taught me a lot. I learned a great deal as I sorted files for my peers.
Hardworking, helpful, diligent, you must be popular.
Perhaps I was. Now that we have a working idea, why don't we use the Sheer-Night Nexus for a field test? The test is risky. Let me think. Chijentai is an islet outside the city. It's pretty much empty. What do you say? This islet was set aside early on as a test site, but it was abandoned when the Blight Tide flooded it. Now that the Blight Tide has subsided, we can use it to test the Sheer-Night Nexus.
Was this island always here? Was this bridge always here? I didn't come around this area too much. Blight Tide receded, we can finally build the bridge. Okay.
I must handle the task at hand.
I guess the bridge wasn't there. Was it just a bunch of blight before? It might have just been a bunch of blight.
Hey.
Why is that camera so far out? Sword Pell sculpture bears all sorts of inscriptions that cite aspirations to greatness or the cutting down of various frustrations. Gion Dais is where the Tiansha swore their allegiance. Those powerful oaths still echo in this place. The weapons are mere marks of their dedication. Interesting. I guess this shows that they can add new areas to old areas.
Dead beasts. Was someone here? Well, that someone did the work for us. Before we start the test, let's clean the rest of the place.
The feet of the beast. Kind of rude.
Yeah.
They just murder all the animals here.
Hey.
Time to fight.
Blades unleashed.
You pulled off a
Much better. Abysmal.
much better now.
Acrobeast, you okay over there? You okay up there, buddy?
Much better.
This is some interesting music.
No second
I think we're
chance.
just gonna ult on this guy. I think they want us to.
A
Because
burst
he ain't
of storm.
taking much
A
damage.
birth of life. I'm with you.
Ready to strike. Face your end.
I'm with
Endmin? Tiancha Zhuang?
Ni Fong.
Why are you on the islet as well? I thought I cleaned up all the beasts along the way. Turned out I missed a few.
We're here to run a test.
Yes, it's a dangerous test, and we need an uninhabited area. This islet is the best option available.
So of course we made it uninhabited.
Oh, is there anything I can do to help?
Could you guard the raft station and tell people to stay away?
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Much appreciated. So, are you here for the sword Tianshi Li left behind?
I guess so, but not really. When I was a kid, my mom and dad would bring me here for training. Once the battle was over, I wanted to come and pay my respects. But upon arrival, I didn't get a chance to say anything before the beasts pounced at me. I know you're on urgent business, but can you give me a while? Just a short while, to say a few words. Thanks, Amel. Mom, Dad. This crisis taught me something. You are more than my parents. You performed your duty. As Tianshi, it was not only I who needed you, but also many others. Yet I was just a clingy kid who always wished you could be by my side at all times. Sorry. I was really selfish back then. Well, that's it for me.
You weren't being selfish.
It's only natural for children to miss their parents. You knew they wouldn't reply, yet you kept your message to heart. Always remembering, and never forgetting. That is definitely not selfish.
Thank you, Endmin. I shouldn't get in the way of your test. No worries. I'll make sure nobody barges into the place.
Test environment is basically stable. Let's head to the platform.
Oh, that's cool looking. We shall not rest till the turbid sea is quelled. Tianshi Li and Tianxin Feng. Li Feng? Wow, okay. These are the tiny words inscribed upon the body of the blade.
I must handle the task at hand.
Don't go into the secret area yet.
Hey.
Didn't expect to run into that guy.
He always wanted to be here. When the opportunity came, he took it without hesitation. When Tianshi Li and his wife were around, they'd invite me too. Li Feng barely reached my knees back then. Time really flew past me. The kid's a big boy now.
And an understanding and helpful one at that.
Yes, he's just a teen, but he knows far more about duty than many adults. He takes after his parents. Dutiful, selfless, and utterly without fear. We can begin, Endmin. Careful.
Can we increase the power output further?
Don't worry. I got it.
Good, we can seal the portal. Let's begin.
Sure. I'm ready. Is it all right?
Are you alright?
But I'm still a little...
Endmin, Tianshi Zhuang. There's a situation at the Bureau of Swordmancers. We need your assistance.
What's the situation?
The Joint Endfield and Wuling defense system upgrade has encountered an issue during deployment. The Tianshi are unfamiliar with Endfield tech, and there's little they could do about it. I have to stay aboard Dijiang to coordinate the deployment and can't make it to the site. Endmin, please work with Tianshi Zhuang and assess the incident.
Of course. We're heading right over. The rift is in the city. If the defense system upgrade fails, or encounters an error, and if the rift could not be closed, the outcomes would be devastating. Endmin, we should get there ASAP.
What about the underground rift?
The reports show that it's not that urgent yet. We should head to the Bureau of Swordmancers while there's still time.
What's up?
No, it's from Mifu. She told me that our injured are coming around. I have to see them.
I'll take care of the defense system.
But...
It's all right. Leave it to me.
All right. Once you're done, meet me at the central laboratory. Before I go, we'll need to do some preliminary data logging.
Sure.
Okay. See you later.
It's awkward because we kind of have to go the same way to get off the island. Is she getting like a vision of her death? Is that what this is about? Is that what's happening here? Is that why she's acting so weird? What should we do? Don't panic, it'll only make things worse. How did things go wrong during deployment?
Where should we go next?
It's the Endmin!
So sorry about this. It happened during deployment. We don't know why, but we are getting error messages. The engineering module. Something might be wrong with it. I've got my colleagues to help.
Endmin, the torque transmission module that reported the error is giving off strange grinding noises. But we couldn't simply fix it because Endfield tech differs from that in Wuling, and we don't want to break anything.
Well, I'll take a look. That was easy.
Never thought we could do that. Interesting.
Didn't even need to do a puzzle.
This energy feedback system. I think I could use it in my own project.
No more problems, I hope.
Well, it's working as intended.
Endmin, if you have time, would you mind staying for a bit? We got so many questions to ask you.
Maybe next time. I can't keep Tianshi Zhang waiting.
Tianshi Zhuang's work does take top priority. Don't let us keep you, Endmin. We'll take care of the rest.
That took me quite a while. Better hurry to the lab. Tianshi Zhuang should be there already. I hope I didn't keep her waiting for too long.
Incredible. I hope I can meet the Endmin again. Ting Xinzhuang usually takes this path to the academy. Okay. Does that person always say that, or is that new? I don't know.
Endmin, you're here.
She told me to meet her here. Where is she?
She left already, in a rush too. She also brought the Shiren Nexus along.
She didn't wait?
I'm not sure. I did, in fact, ask her about you. But she shook her head, said you were too busy with something else. Oh, before she went, she left you a letter. It's upstairs.
A letter? She's trying to sacrifice herself. I know what you're up to, Zhang. Prior to this, outside the clinic.
I should say something, but even if they regain consciousness, these injuries would probably affect the rest of their lives. Something's off. The results don't match the expected model. How are the patients?
The injured are coming around. Give them some time and they'll be back on their feet. Her injuries are grave. It might affect the rest of her life. A tragedy for one so young.
Thank you. I'll take a look. Uncle Zhao.
You're here.
I came to see her too.
Good. She just fell asleep. If she knew you came, she'd be very happy. Our girl dreamed of training under you. She wished to fight the Blight Tide on the front lines. But fortune did not smile on her.
I'm sorry, Uncle Zhao. She's a good young lady. Fortune did not smile on me either. And look after yourself. Please, talk to me if you need anything.
It was a great battle. You must be busy too, Qian Shizhuang. There's no need to worry about me.
Uncle Zhao.
It's okay. Just go ahead and do what you need to do. We'll get by. Things will get better. They always do.
After visiting the injured, a somber Zhuang Fengyi.
I should go now. Wonder how things are at the Bureau of Swordmancers. I'll take a look there.
I guess decided to leave is what it said. Oh snap, she's got to run animation too. Wuling saved, all thanks to you and the Endmin. Dinner at my place, Tianchen Zhuang. Bring the Endmin too, kid, what? Tianchen Zhuang looking for the Endmin.
Shame on me. How could I have acted with such selfishness? So many people, so many things. All of them could use your help. This is my responsibility. The duty is mine alone.
Tianshi Zhuang, the file you wanted is upstairs.
Good. I'll get it signed and archived. Thank you for taking the trip for me.
You're here on your own. Where's Endmin?
Oh, the Endmin. He's needed elsewhere.
That means you head down there yourself. Are you really sure about this?
Yes. We've upgraded the Shiranite Nexus. The risks are much lower now. I can do this on my own.
Okay. So, anything else I might assist you with?
That'll be all, Tianshi. Carry on.
Read the documents. Informed consent form for safety testing. Field trial for rift sealing with Shiranite Nexus. Research Center title Wuling Institute of Material Sciences. Primary investigator Zhuang Fengyi. Additional investigators none. Goal of test performance assessment of the upgraded Shiranite Nexus against an actual rift. And evaluate the levels of potential hazards resulting from energy collisions and shockwaves generated by the Shiranite Nexus during the rift sealing process. Risk reminders. Participants must be as close as possible to the rift to conduct this test and will therefore be exposed to powerful pulses of ether energy. Research signature. Verify and sign. Wow. Work handover document for the Viceroyalty of Wuling Scientific Development District. If an accident were to occur, the handling of all administrative affairs of Wuling City shall be handed down to Watchguard Captain Mi Fu, while the Academy and campus matters shall be handed over to Tianshi Ge Yipu. Cool signature script going on there. Administrator, by the time you read this letter, I will have already left. Your assistance has improved the Shirite Nexus, and it will no longer pose a threat to Wuling, but an attempt to forcibly seal the rift would not be without consequences. However, I do know with certainty that I can seal the rift on my own. As for the price, I alone should suffice. I have penned a letter to grant Ge Yepu and Mi Fu temporary authority over matters of the city. In the end, Wuling will endure and move on, as it has always done. There was a time when I thought I would never see the departed, that memories would remain as they are, things that linger in our minds. But you appeared, and faces of the departed overlapped with the sights. Memories were reignited one after another. They replayed themselves. I remember when you first visited the science station. I stood in the crowd and gazed at you from afar. I hoped there would be a day when I could share my perspective and ideas with you. When I finally got the chance, I found myself stuttering and unable to form a coherent sentence. I thought you would probably remember me as a young girl who just kept avoiding you for reasons unknown. A decade has gone by. You and I are the only ones left from the crowd of yesteryear, but you still walk amongst us, and you have made me feel that a figment of the beautiful times have remained instead of leaving me completely. And that is enough. You are the administrator of Endfield Industries, while I am the viceroy of Wuling. Wuling is my responsibility, while you are destined to push further into the frontiers and to shoulder burdens far greater import. Asking you to join me on this mission is akin to me forcing you to take on my duties, and you have already done so much for Wuling, so...
Endmin, apologies for reneging on my promise. As a leader yourself, I hope you can understand the choice I made. You've helped me repair the Shirite Nexus. That is already more than enough. I shouldn't ask for anything beyond that. After all, it was my negligence that placed Wuling in danger. The suffering of the people in the city is my responsibility. Furthermore, witnessing a project spanning more than a decade, fulfilling its purpose, that is the lifetime wish of any Tianshi. On this quest for discovery, one's final stop is often the starting point of another. If this becomes my final stop, then use it as your starting point for our push towards the North Wuling exclusion zone.
Zhuang, you're the only one left in the science team. The path will be long and hard.
You're the only one who can be the Viceroy. The completion of Wuling is essential to the Academy. You've got to take on the responsibility.
I'll take on anything if Wuling's safety is at stake. I know you'll always be there and have my back. That gives me confidence.
Just fulfilling my roles and performing my duties.
If we're friends, you should at least share your problems.
Tianshi Zhuang, are you sure there really isn't anything else I can help you with?
Hey, you shouldn't be doing this alone.
Boss, it's always here.
Highest authority level confirmed. Access granted.
You've arrived. Well, you told me to meet at the lab, but then you got a head start. That's why I decided to beat you to it.
How did we do that? That's really impressive. Pretty badass, actually.
How long have you been waiting here?
Oh, not too long. Just arrived. What about you? Something happened? Why didn't you wait for me?
I can do this on my own.
You're lying. But it's all right. I waited for you, and you're here with me. We do this together.
The ether energy is getting more powerful. And this is within the Tianshi pillar array itself.
Keep going. We'll find out why soon enough.
True. Let's try to get closer to the rift.
Certainly felt the dread in that cutscene, though, I'll tell you. They got me.
Let's keep moving. The path ahead is completely destroyed, but there are no Shiranite we can use nearby. It would seem that our only way forward is the scroll portal.
The portal to 10 years ago.
Yes. More accurately, it contains impressions that the science station left in my memories. And this is thanks to the proxy. Her power preserved these experiences. Despite the years, none of them have faded. Let's go, Endmin. I'll take you to my experiences 10 years ago. The lab. What should I expect? Which memory fragment will I see this time? Just as I expected. Ether energy has changed this place. The area within the scroll is in chaos. Familiar, yet completely transformed.
Our path is blocked by these stones.
The stones don't look like science station building materials. They look like Shiranite of the underground array. The two spaces have blended within the scroll. This is my first time seeing it, but the Shiranite in here looks inert. But if it's Shiranite, we can simply energize it, and I'll be able to move them.
Easy, I can do that.
All right, I'm leaving it to you.
Use the jet drone to spray liquid Shiranite on the sliding block. Push it towards the block slot to restore the track system.
Endmin. The way out has been illustrated by the proxy. The butterfly shall take us to the start of the drawing.
Is that the start of the drawing you mentioned?
Yes. Where the drawing starts, changes give birth to opportunities. I see the portal. It's at the bottom of the column.
Who is that, though? Is it Zhang, Endmin, and someone? Or no, Zhang and I think just two Tianshas actually. Looked kind of like the top one looked kind of like Endmin, but I think those are just two Tiansha.
We've arrived. They...
Who is that?
Hi everyone. My name's Zhuangfang Yi.
Her voice really changed in 10 years, huh?
Young and inexperienced.
HQ said they're sending us a young and gifted Tianxia, but you're even younger than we expected.
Oh, you flatter me. My work is hardly worth mentioning.
Nah, don't sell yourself short. You're the youngest Tianxia of HAS. We're really honored to have you here at the science station. So, did you read the papers and reports we sent your way? Your senior has been waiting. She is interested in your views.
Of course I am. How is it? I've read it quite a few times. Some points are very exciting. But something was tucked between pages 26 and 27. A comparison of eggs laid by short-tailed and long-tailed fowl beasts. I don't know why it's there. I also read your other papers and listed a few questions.
You are too honest, girl. That's my...
It was only later that I learned she left it there on purpose. It was a little trick of hers, to see if I'd read her data thoroughly.
You even researched the mistakes, too.
Stop laughing. The time to reminisce is over. Now it's time to make the final stroke. That's the exit.
So when you visit the underground array, would you enter this place?
Occasionally. Whenever I think about the past, I'd enter the scroll. However, I never knew what memories the proxy would show me. Sad or joyful. I'd only know when I see them.
A thick compilation of scientific theses. Someone has flipped through it religiously. Detailed notes have been left at every page. The reader really got into the details. There's also a bookmark with a chubby foul beast drawn on it. Oh. We're fighting.
Abysmal. Blades unleashed.
I don't know how you're supposed to trigger her combo. Or his combo with this team. I don't... This kind of can only spam skills and hope the best. Unless I do ultimate every time. Also don't know what this is. This like diamond with the number next to it. I don't know what that is. Is Fiona swords on the ground? In which case you can have a lot apparently.
If my guess is right, this should lead to the meeting room. We need to eliminate the blight before we can move the Sheernite blocks. The butterfly is going downstairs. Looks like we'll have to take an unconventional route to the meeting room. Let's head down the elevator shaft, Endmin.
Oh, okay. Not sure why you're playing this game with us, Farinmutt.
Do you still get dizzy from this inversion?
Already got used to it.
We're at the meeting room.
Why are they cheering?
Endmin, this meeting room was where we announced the birth of Shirenite.
But that means I was around, right?
You weren't at the science station. You were taking care of something else. But we notified you of the news at the first opportunity. You also congratulated us.
We finally made our first Shirenite. The crucial step has been taken. Plenty of ideas can finally be achieved.
Yeah, John said she wanted to build a Shirenite city. Look, what do you think of our first break?
That would take many more bricks.
We'll make them. This Shirenite just opened up opportunities for us. Oh, this city of yours? It's got a hot pot, fried skewers, burgers, nuts, and ice cream, right?
It does.
You're already making a wish list. Don't spoil her, Zhuang. Good health is what you really need to do solid scientific work. Uncle Zheng feels the same too. So don't forget to set aside a place for exercising, okay?
Okay. There'll be a plaza.
Yes. And it's a really big one.
Can't believe it. No one mentioned what really matters. Schools. Make sure you have one. The success of Project Shirenite has created a new science. More Tiantia will continue our research.
Of course, my mentor. It's at the most important location of the city.
It's all there. Everything is now in Wuling.
So she actually built the city.
Time to leave, Endmin.
She is the founder. Message to the administrator. Dear administrator, we've got some terrific news today. After years of work, we finally synthesized the novel material Shirenite successfully. Its performance metrics are well above our expectations. Shirenite is proof of the theoretical framework you proposed all those years ago. Just sharing this piece of joy with you. I'm also praying that your ongoing expedition is going smoothly as well. It wasn't. Sincerely, Wuling Science Station.
There's only a short distance to go.
Shame the Fahrenheit wasn't there in the celebration.
Blades unleashed.
Now we got some stone alloy. Interesting.
Sword away. Purge. A burst of storm, a birth of life. Rainbow type.
Yeah, that's the sword count I see now. You're supposed to be stuck in this form? Oh, there we go. Just grabbing something. I guess it's not quite the same. But they are both purplish. It's not quite the same, but it's close. This one has like a sort of like the bending of light. I guess you know you could say like, well, it doesn't have a frame around it, right? So. Very close though.
Years ago, multiple buildings at the science station were destroyed. This is the only monitoring station left. When the SAR team arrived, they were positive about finding survivors. But the tragedy only revealed itself when they delved downwards. They learned that fortune had never paid a visit.
It's almost completely flooded by blight.
The data room. The SAR team used it as a resting stop. Endmin, the path to the monitoring station is upstairs. We must don proper blight protection to enter the monitoring station and get through 3 authentication doors.
If no one's here, I don't think there'll be survivors. What should I tell the boy? Both Tianshali's are gone. Ah, yeah, so his parents died in it. Okay. That's what I thought I was gonna say.
Endmin, I can send you up there with Shiranite. Light eliminated. Let's keep going. This is the safety door that we just passed through.
We're much faster this time.
It's over there. I can send you up. The hull is now clean of the blight. We can proceed now.
What happened?
It was the time when I just learned that all my seniors and peers had died in the accident. It all happened so quickly. They were filled with hope and ambition mere moments ago. Every face was once so vivid and alive. All of them were gone. Never to be seen again. Why? No. I can't waste my time on tears. It's all right. Just let it all out. I've got no time. There's too much to do. You have today and tomorrow. You have plenty of time. How? I'm the only one left.
Fear not. Others will be joining your side. You will not be alone.
What should I do? Somebody, please.
You've done well. Things were hard at the beginning, but you persevered.
Pear trees will blossom even upon the most blighted lands. Do you have faith in this vision?
I will. No. I must be strong. No matter what happens, I must keep going. Apologies. It's embarrassing that you had to see me in such a mess.
Are you alright?
I'm not feeling terrible. This was all in the past. What we saw was but a fragment of memories. A moment that had long passed us by. Let's go, Endmin.
Do we just leave her in this place?
It's all right, Endmin. Some pain is destined to be left in the past. There's no need to turn back. I've decided to move along, carrying their unfulfilled dreams. Angloy will keep spawning around the rift. I'm afraid a hard battle is waiting for us.
Get crushed!
A rain of blue, a lance of sun.
The energy ahead is getting stronger. Closer might be risky.
It's interesting that they just come out of the rift, but they also come from anchors.
Endmin, more Angloy are coming up. They're yours. Keep your distance, but don't stray too far either. This shield can counter the ether energy up ahead. Try to stay behind the shield. Endmin, don't stray too far. damaged. We must be careful. I can take it. My seniors, I made it. I have to keep breather dreams. How could I simply stop right here? I must see it. The future that everyone is willing to sacrifice everything for.
Get crushed! Engage!
Mine. And I will not allow anything to stop me. Especially not this puny rift.
I triggered right when I clicked the skill. That was pretty good timing.
I must remain strong.
That was kind of okay.
Thank you, Endmin.
I should be the one thanking you.
Why?
Oh, I
Knowing that
accidentally
while I
clicked something.
slept, many continued to forge on and stay true to the path.
I clicked you never gave up even after all these years.
Though I woke without any memories, seeing you and everyone who persisted, my fears would subside.
So you can feel fear as well, Endmin.
Yes. I fear that those who once walked with me will end up leaving. Qianxie Zhuang, tell me, will you leave me?
I promise you, I won't leave that easily. The rift has stabilized. The light of the Marker Stone Flats should be back on. Let's head back together. Endmin, we have been running around all day. I imagine you are exhausted. Shall I see you back so you can rest?
I can't feel tired when people are so festive.
Then, shall we walk a little more together?
What's this?
Bamboo brew. It was made by the science station team back then, and I brought it along. Since my seniors are no longer around, I don't know who to share this with. And so, I never opened it. But now, you're here. An old friend coming to visit. Such a moment calls for a drink. To save resources, we fermented leftovers and scraps from the agro lab. Taste wasn't on the agenda. But this is a flavor I'm quite fond of. Truly, the flavors from the past.
Guess I'll have another shot.
Taste anything peculiar?
Starts off bitter and slowly gives away to sweetness.
That's right. Flavors of the past. Time truly flies. I barely realized a whole decade in Wuling has slipped by.
Will you stay or will you leave? Guess, are you staying?
Endmin. Wuling has become a part of me. No matter what the future holds, even if fate forces me to leave, my path will always lead me back here. But rest assured, Wuling and I will always be with you. We are united by the same cause. It would be my great honor to walk the same path with you, Endmin.
Gently down the stream. Ornamentals are items that can be placed in the environment, in the backpack or depot panels. Open the ornamental details and select the place to place it.
Only by walking upon the land can we truly appreciate
Underslowed.
every breath
Complete.
and pulse of life. And this is what Endfield is fighting for.
The animations are pretty great in the conversations. I really gotta call out though. Special attention to Zhang Fengyi's eye movement. Her eyes are like always flickering around and like anxiety and stuff. Very nice. Very good detail. I have a question. There was something I wanted to ask you back then. Now that things have finally settled down, I wonder if I may. It's about the letter you left me. Endmin, we successfully averted the crisis. Let the past stay in the past. The most important thing is the matter at hand. Friends are important too. Seeing that letter gave me a shock. Apologies, it won't happen again. Again, are you talking about facing dangers on your own or leaving letters behind for others to pick up? If something were to happen to you, Wuling would... Endmin, all of us have a burden to carry. Certain things are not ours to choose. I did decide to face the rift below the city on my own. I've also planned on various outcomes. I've delegated the relevant personnel to handle the city's affairs. Even if something were to happen to me, Wuling will keep moving forward along its path. The rift has been closed and I remain well. I shall accompany you to the North Wuling exclusion zone as the city's representative. I hope none of those pessimistic ideas ever happen. As much as you could hardly leave Wuling behind, neither can Wuling do without you. Yes, that's what I thought as well. Endmin, do you have time? Yeah, I'm just done with work. And I'm done with mine. I hope I can talk to you. I sort out my thoughts. I should have been discussing future course plans with Tiansha Geyipu, after all. Wuling is a pioneer in the fields of orangey and material sciences, as well as ether environmental science. But Ge is now busy with working in she's still typing. Working with Tiansha Chongyun, sorting out the data logs generated when we sealed the rift. I went to Tiansha Yanning and discussed further work at the Wuling Sheernite application and tech production unit. We already had an earlier discussion about this. Our dialogue felt more like a verification and was concluded rather quickly. Next, I had a chat with Tiansha Lian Xiaowu and handed her a stack of production order review forms that I signed, but Xiaowu and her disciples were busy with repairing the broken equipment. I just left the forms at the place and left. I thought about talking to Mifu, but then remembered that I just sent her to help Tong Tong settle various matters with Jingbo's arcade and won't be back for a few days. And I visited a lot of people and visited every corner of Wuling City without even noticing it. Yep. You work really hard. Things can get really tough. It wasn't that hard. I usually sit in my office and talk with them about work remotely, but what we've been through disrupted my train of thought. Maybe I just wanted to talk to someone. Thank you, Endmin. Thank you. It's nothing. The wind has stopped. Weather will be great tomorrow. So yeah, then we've got a message from her again. And also Geyipu. Endmin, Tianxin Zhuang told us that we can ask you for help for problems with Sheernite facilities. Facilities, what's the problem this time? Not a real problem, to be honest. The Wuling Bureau of Applied Technologies got their own secret project for facility upgrades. But that war started by Neferith really affected everything. Tech dev tried to get production back online and ran into problems. Sheernite Energy fixing facilities down. To be honest, I shouldn't even be asking you. It's the war. The entire city's arrays needs help. All of our senior Tianxia got their hands full. We're really low on skilled pros. Citywide array inspections and repairs are indeed more important. I'll take a look. Wonderful. I'll toast applied tech right away. Alright. Administrator, I wonder if you have time. There's something I need help with. During the battle at the Marker Stone, Ardashir has destroyed many buildings and facilities. Our Tianxia are busy repairing the damages, but we're still woefully short on people. Can you visit the Marker Stone and ask, see if they need help? Let me finish up my work here and I'll head right over. Tianshan Simo is in charge of directing Marker Stone repairs, so you can approach him for relevant inquiries. We also have Yinglungs patrolling the interiors. They'll offer assistance should any be required. Just a little side note. Tianshan Simo isn't the easiest person to get along with, and he may be a little blunt with his words. Please try to accommodate his quirks. He seemed nice last time. Well, some virtues do take a while to reveal themselves. In any case, once the dust settles, I'll set aside some time to thank you properly. That's too polite. I'm just gonna keep having Chen on read for... Actually, it's not even read, because I've not even read it. I'm just ghosting her. One more level till max on regional development. Seems a bit surprising. But I guess I've maxed out most of these things. But not this. Yeah, the bureau wasn't open in the past, was it? It's open now, huh? Before the Enfield Pro arrives, I gotta know how to really operate the shear and flow track system. Talking about me? Ah, welcome Infielder Pro, I'm Lu Shin, the Tianxia on duty. Wait, your mask. Let's just look at this quality, the color, the coating, the glowing effects. My expert pro, you must be a super fan of the administrator. I can't believe I've met a fellow fan. I'm a super fan of the Endmin myself. Check out my Endmin mask. Primed, painted, and finished it myself. Definitely one of a kind. That's very neat. Well, I almost forgot about the actual business. Yeah, Sheernite Energy fixing facility. We identified the root cause. During a huge battle, all the applied tech facilities underwent emergency shutdown. We tried to start them up again, but the Molder's shear and flow track couldn't auto-reset properly. We need a true professional to pilot a jet drone using liquid Sheernite to guide the Sheernite sliding block and push the block to the block slot. Yeah, I'm afraid there might be too much information. Just follow me, my expert infielder. I'll show you the entire setup. Bureau of Applied Technologies. Here we are at the Sheeranite Flow facility. Let's try our hand with the first one. Push the Sheeranite sliding block down the track and into the block slot. I'm gonna need more Sheeranite. The sluice gate is at the other side of the reservoir. Just drain the pool and we'll get the parts doing something. Yes, I see this is a giant puzzle area, huh?
Keep an eye on that area if you don't.
Well, what about the actual important mission?
Supplies.
Where are we going? Oh, we're going inside. Careful. When handling that creature, no more delays. There's still more
the
ethylene?
Phantom's still here.
The Farinwood hearts are temporarily stabilized, but why am I still getting anomalous data? This is odd.
Watch your back!
It's Summit.
Get down!
Better one for you, Steph! Here's our chance! Who wants to float? Get real! Stick together, people! Yeah!
We are united as one.
I pulled it off, right?
Yeah, enough. Cease the useless banging. I've already given instructions not to be disturbed during the data analysis. Was he like this before? Yeah, apologies, sir. I saw phantoms all around you during my patrols and intervened. Phantoms? Alright then, you have my thanks. Since you're here, carry these instruments to the Institute. Sir, I don't have the authority to order— you don't have the authority to order a member of the Yinglong. I don't, but the Soy regulators have issued clear written orders. All Yinglong members in Wuling are to provide full support towards the repair work. So, are you saying these orders are false? Alright, you got me there, sir. Gotta say, you're very different at work. Endmin, you're here too. Yeah, Tianchi Zhuang came and asked for help. Sure, good to know what you're here to help. There are some files and data on Fairmouth in the Institute. It'd be nice if you can go with Mr. Yinglong and Trooper and get me those. And get back quickly once you have the files. Plenty of work today. Wow. Quite the likable person. Repairing the marker stone is important. Tianshi Simo is an interesting character. Getting along won't be easy. Orders are orders. I have no choice but to be his errand boy. You're quite patient. I do have to say, I'm very honored to work with you. I mean, he's a soldier. It's not like he's gonna talk back and stuff like that. Oh, we're going all the way back to Wuling.
About 2 or 3 years have passed since my last visit. Wuling City has changed quite a bit.
Two or 3 years, you must hardly leave your garrison.
Personnel of the Inland Special Task Force have important duties and cannot leave our posts easily. But we do get 2 rounds of R&R every year. I did not apply for leave due to personal reasons. 10 years ago, I promised a friend to do my best and stabilize the rift in the North Wuling exclusion zone. The tragedy of the science station would not be repeated.
You came to Wuling 10 years ago.
Yes. When the disaster happened, Yinglong immediately dispatched teams to the science station. I was amongst them. But I was just a raw recruit. Many things were beyond my capabilities.
Well, the recruit and Wuling are both stronger now.
My friend also told me the same thing. Though facing calamity, he said there was no need to be sad. If I could just come back in 10 years, as long as the Tianshi stand in Wuling, the city shall rise again, with greater splendor. And it seems he was right. The city is well.
Is that friend of yours still working in Wuling?
The subsequent floods of the Blight Tide got him.
Sorry to hear that.
It's alright, Endmin. What happened already happened.
Do you have lore on Farron Mutts?
Hi.
Tianshi Simo's data reports are on the lab bench. I can't believe that grouch made you do the chores like this. Simo's really obsessed with work, but he can be quite blunt when dealing with others. I'm really sorry that you had to work with him. It's alright. Good to hear. Feel free to tour the Institute if you have the time. Oh dear, it's all wrong. Tianshi Simo is gonna make me cry again. I tested it over and over, but the corrective approach isn't giving me the numbers. I need someone to save me. How could I? Why didn't I listen to my friends? Why did I choose him as my mentor? This is fate. He's the best scientist in Fairmont Sciences.
Beautiful. Data's just beautiful. Chansha Shimo will be pleased. Last week's grind is finally starting to pay off. If only I could get a letter of recommendation. His endorsement will easily get me an actual fellowship at HQ.
This Tianshi Ximo is quite a personality. He's known for his unforgiving style of mentoring, yet many choose to become his disciple.
Zhuang knows her people well.
If he were alive, he would have plenty of disciples.
What type of mentor would he be?
I didn't know him for long, but he was warm and mild-tempered. I can assure you, he wouldn't be a strict mentor like Tianshi Ximo.
Sounds like a good person.
I wish I could tell you more about him, but he left early. There were no photos or personal belongings. Nothing. Except that promise.
Energy data analysis report of the Fairmont Heart in the Shiranite Dam. This report aims to analyze the extent of the fluctuations of Shiranite particle production after the attack on the marker stone, and to assess and calibrate the energy dissipation data of the Fairmont Heart in the marker stone. The results will then be used to improve the subsequent cardiac remediation project. Raw data was provided by the B23 sensor array inside the marker stone. Key results. 3 significant bursts were detected and the data readings were 48% higher than baseline values, correlating with severe damages at 4 sites inside the marker stone. Conclusion. The level of Fairmont Heart energy dissipation has exceeded the original model. We recommend using a particle mesh to acquire more readings for the cross-cycle data verification. All associated raw data and the processing algorithms have been archived in the lab server. Ximo.
That means the man really knows what he's doing.
Report on Shiranite. Advanced Shiranite particle conversion technology, development and the challenges of miniaturized and modular Shiranite forges.
I wouldn't have thought he was actually part of the Shiranite Forge project.
Ximo rants again. Best of the week. Fantastic report. Now all you have to do is shoot me because I'd rather die than achieve such immense foolery. Like 67. Fortunately, only the 2 of us have read this paper. Wait, I think I'm the only one who has read it because I doubt you did. Likes 41. I love this passage. Beautifully written. The prose flows like a pristine creek. The only problem is its complete disconnect from the actual research topic. Likes 22. Your approach to writing is even more niche than your data analysis. At least the phrase lighted Birdo muck nonsense contains the word sense. Likes 8. Not a lot of Fairmont research here. Research data on Fairmont particle capture, or Shiranite particle capture, and storage technology and its uses in modern applied Fairmont studies. Ximo, corresponding author. Zhuang Fengyi.
Seems like a VIP for Tianshi Zhuang.
Took her sweet time, didn't you? You're running as our legs could carry us. I figured do it yourself next time, Mr. Nice Guy. Huh. The Sheeran Core J is back in place, and the compromised Trema hearts are stable for now. Routine checks are still required. This heart is yours. Keep your eyes on it. Inspect the heart.
Careful, Endmin. Strange. The energy fluctuations around this passage are not within nominal range. No. Approaching it only increases the fluctuation amplitude.
Is this related to your recent data anomalies?
We did have a recent increase in the Fahrenheit heart's energy burst frequency. However, this reading is through the roof.
Admin, should I call the Inland Task Force for support?
If we hit peak readings, we must inform all Markerstone personnel and enact emergency readiness measures. Oh. Ink Spirit.
The ink spirit flutters in and out of the passage repeatedly before disappearing. Is it beckoning us to
If
enter?
that's the will of the Faramund proxy, I say we head straight in and take a look around.
That's a very bold proposal.
Perhaps Tianshi Shimo has a better alternative.
Of course. I say we follow it cautiously and stay alert.
Did that young Yinglong trooper fail to keep up? Now that's odd. Let's forget about him. The Faramund proxy led us here. That's probably something that we must do. Beasts at the Marker Stone. Who brought their pet here? This is a strategic asset. If I catch the one treating this place as a pet zoo, they'll be hell to pay. The Faramund proxy has hell to pay now. Yeah, well, yes. I believe we should clarify the situation.
Only by walking upon the land can we truly appreciate every breath and pulse of life.
Pretending to be a pillar-top statue? I can still see it. First a butterfly, then a pantail. Is this trying to create a duplicate ecology here? I now know why the Markerstone data are still all over the place. Even with temporary stabilization of the Faramund hearts. We must contain this spill of Faramund heart energy and send this pantail back to the scroll. Energy leak from the scroll must be contained quickly or our repair work will never be done. Alright, little guy, come over here. Why isn't it reacting? You approach the pen-tailed beast. It jumps off the pillar and amiably approaches you. And then it disintegrated. It becomes a splash of ink and flies back into the scroll. I thought the repairs were almost done. The artist shear that has been rampaging unchecked in this Marker Stone. Acts of physical vandalism are easy to find. But what about damages hidden away from sight? A special crew with detectors must go through each area. I spent years at the Marker Stone. This fool and his shenanigans sent me back for years. Curses. Your disciples end up doing the work, though. What, are you comparing me to them? I took on a fair share myself. I have to spend 24 hours non-stop studying the data from the North Exclusion Zone. I gotta find time to get through the pile of error-ridden papers and reports. Why are you staying? I got no other option. I made a promise. We live by our words, and we have to suffer to keep a promise, so be it. Also, I may be suffering, but that doesn't mean I hate my job. You also made someone a promise? Also? Whatever, you don't have time. Or you don't have to tell me. Is that the mentor the guy was talking about? Since ink spirits are still around, there are still several energy spills to cover. This job won't be easy.
The smell of dirt, foul beast, and the Endmin scent.
I'll have a go this time. Hey! Stop running! Well, I don't think I'm a beast person. That's enough! Quit running! A phantom? Careful! They're attracted to Fernmouth Heart energy leaks.
Support. Have fun. With the beast, no escape. Get ripped!
Flies back into the scroll.
Finally! Caught them all and sent them back. Endmin, you said also made a promise?
Somebody's staying in Wuling for a promise too.
Made to someone? Can't believe you went through the same thing. 10 years ago.
It's crazy.
I was also part of the search and rescue operations. I met a Yinglong reservist.
2 people making promises unheard of.
That poor soul ran out of luck and didn't survive the secondary disasters. I promised them I'd rebuild this city into a place teeming with life. I tried to keep my word and brought that vision to life.
I would have thought you were Summit's friend if you hadn't died.
Just a coincidence. The Yinglong reservist I knew was a young woman. If she were around, she would have become a full-fledged trooper and earned her code name. She really liked cute little critters. So many died in that disaster. She made a little headstone for them. Don't be.
I'm sorry.
It's all behind us. Time to find the last energy spill.
It's up ahead. I know you want to run. There's no escaping this time. It's right opposite us. Use the dichromalite.
Isn't the thing down there though? Oh my gosh. How do I get back to that side? I guess I go this. Okay, I can go that way. Missed a jump earlier.
It's just spilled Pheromone hard energy. Yet, it's so lifelike. Alright, little buddies. Come closer. Wanna play?
The Endmin and I have been running around to send them back to the scroll, yet here you are cuddling these critters?
Apologies. I ended up right here after going through the portal. I can't get up or down. I forgot my handy term. Then these little buddies showed up.
It made our work easier. We can end the chase.
Just send them back where they belong. Stat.
You send all three back into the scroll.
No more ink spirits. I guess all the energy leaks are back in the scroll.
You don't sound very happy about this.
I really like my little friends. I think I might miss them.
Huh. Little friends. All entities are back in place. I need another check for hidden damages. Once it's fixed, there'll be no more chasing of runaway energy blobs around the marker stone. In any case, I really appreciate your help.
What was that? Really just.
I said, I really appreciate your help.
He's not even that mean. We're just really ribbing this guy, though. You're very welcome, Zemo.
It's done. I gotta rush back and catch some sleep.
And I have to go, Endmin. I gotta see my captain.
Whoops.
We'll end this fight easily.
Engage.
Do I get through here? How do I leave this place? Well, that wasn't right. Okay, we're just gonna teleport.
Once this is all over,
I'm treating you all to a feast.
Don't sweat it. Mr. Inglong Chuber is just doing his job.
Come on. I actually need your help with something else.
Of course, Tianshi Ximo. This trooper is in your service.
I wanted to know if you knew Shen Jiaoa, a girl who took part in a SAR operation 10 years ago.
I know, but I'm afraid that person wasn't a girl.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Shen Jiaoe is my actual name. Proud Summit. That's what the words mean.
Well.
The one I remember wasn't called Ximo.
How do you know?
The ID tag on his PPE suit said so.
Well, I was wearing a suit from a fallen superior.
Fate works in unpredictable ways.
Unpredictable indeed. This feels quite unexpected.
I thought seeing a lost friend again would make people happy.
I am happy, but I am sentimental as well. Got the yin and yang mixed up for 10 years. I would have probably carried this mistake to my grave if not for this.
Yeah. For all this time, Tianshi Ximo stayed at Wuling, while I was just up north. We probably worked together at the same place a few times. Yet we never ran into each other for 10 whole years.
But both of you kept your promises and you're alive and well.
I guess so. That's something we can drink to.
People actually said you were warm and mild.
I guess overworking is a bad habit.
These long load times between the portals really makes it not worth it. Oh. Zhang, you're here.
I came because I was concerned. I hope Tianshi Ximo didn't do anything upsetting. I saw you smiling rather positively when you came out. So I guess, at the very least, you didn't get into a fight. What exactly happened in there? Why are you so happy?
What about work? That's important too.
I have complete faith in you and Tianshi Ximo. Now, just let me in on the interesting details.
Simo ran into an old friend.
Oh? Old friends meeting again. That is a good thing. I thought you were happy about it. Why are you sighing?
I was just wondering if there are any forgotten old friends out there waiting for me. And they might be hoping to see me again.
Of course. You are never alone in this journey of yours.
And that's that. Besides whatever Chen wants, I guess. I think I'll continue ghosting her for a little bit, though. We'll stop there for today. That's 1.2 pretty much. Still pretty good. There's this like space thing coming out at some point. I'm not sure if what that's actually adding to the game. And then other than that, I think that's pretty much the whole update. I'll probably keep trying for Zhong a little bit here and there. At some point. That's all for now. So thank you all for coming, and until we meet again, may the sands of time treat you well.